Hello everybody and welcome to the comparison video for Survival Challenge. We did 101 episodes, sorry, 100 plus 1 episodes in the end, and this is the final video. This is not really an episode, this is just to see what we actually achieved in that time. Now of course we did achieve £5.5 million from the machinery, but that excludes land and it excludes buildings. So what we have here is a time machine. We are taking the map all the way back to mid-January 2024 when we were just starting off, and as you can see, it's not really recognisable. It's Tree Island. It's the return of Tree Island. There it is. Now if you haven't actually watched Survival Challenge, the full series, then this won't mean that much to you. In which case you have 100 episodes to watch, so you better get cracking with them, and I'll see you in, I don't know actually, probably about 50 hours time, and you can watch this. So this is the comparison, yes. Now here's the bridge, which leads into the yard. I have fallen off this bridge many times with our machinery, and it's just a wilderness. It's just crazy what it looks like. There's the rock next to the shed. Now, we're going to go back to how it is today, but we're going to keep jumping between the two. So this is just to really give you a first impression of how much we've actually done, and it is ridiculous. So I'm going to stand here. What should I stand on? I'll stand on the third knot of this plank. Try and make my camera straight. And let's time travel to November 2024. Ugh, that's weird. Okay, the forest has gone, and we can progress through to our yard. Now what we're going to do is we're going to fly up into the air in a minute, and we're going to be able to do some aerial comparisons as well. But essentially we did manage to get quite a few sheds. We also did get the olive grove here. It's only a small one. Many people got upset with me building it, but there you go. It lasted the full duration of the Let's Play. We also managed to get two very large fields up here. So let me just fly up into the air. We never did actually join the two together. We still have a small clump of trees just here. And you can see the view over there looking over our other establishment. That's the bakery. We've got the grain mill and also the sugar factory in the background. Looking back in the direction of the farmyard. Yeah, it all looks very well built on. And if we go really high up, you can see our developments over there on Cow Island field. Well, Cow Island with the field and that field. And we did actually buy that one over there as well, although we never actually managed to cultivate it or anything like that. So going back down into the yard, yes, obviously time has passed since the previous episode, so the bees have continued to produce their honey, but yeah, we're just going to finish here. We'll be selling everything in this episode, literally everything. We'll sell all the buildings and land. But we did manage to get a sweet factory. We had the mayonnaise factory going for quite some time. Chickens, sheep, greenhouses, several sheds here. The sell anything mod, we got a silo to fill up with lime quickly if that would give us anything in bulk. Big silage pit, and then I started to put bridges in as well. So we've got this bridge to cut across to this area, but before we go to that area, let's just really appreciate what this area was like again from the air before we properly moved in. So here I am back on the bridge. This is where we had the other sheds. Dropping down on the other side of the rocks there, obviously we had the other productions, but yeah, the olive grove was somewhere in front of us because it opens up here. Olive grove was probably here, and then we had those two fields. Now we did clear quite a lot of the trees that were here. As you can see, we really reduced them on both sides, just leaving a strip down the middle, but overall these two fields actually do look quite similar. It was just like a big opening, but the view looking down there, wow, to where the grain mill is, that's looking quite full. That's a big forest. We cleared the entire forest, which was of course quite an achievement in itself. Also we did have a tree harvester, but most of them down there I think were done just with chainsaws. That's all we used. Same with these, we cleared all these trees here. The entire yard was cleared. Starting to lose my bearings again. Where am I? Let me find the river. We'll go to where we finished off in the previous clip. Right, okay, so if we follow the river down, there is the rock. So this is where the silo is, the silage pit, sorry, and then this is where the greenhouses are, and there's my bridge. Yeah, it looks quite different, doesn't it? And then we've got all the sheep, chickens, and mayonnaise production up here. I can't believe we actually did all this, but we really did. Right, okay, so I would say let's cross the bridge, but we don't have it. We're going to have to cross the original bridge to get back to where we were. Whoa, oh! Okay, sticking with tradition, I see. I was supposed to jump it. There we go. Ow, that was a hard landing. Right, so we'll fly back up into the air again before we head off over there, just to show the aerial view. Oh, it looks so different. It's amazing how different this looks. So there is the tree peninsula. That field we own. That field we own. There's Tree Island field. We completely cleared all that. That's another field that was cleared up to there. And then we owned all the stuff over there. And then we had the sugar mill over there. Crikey. Yep, so we'll go over there now. Having to take that bridge again. So I put a track in over here. I put the track in and then it sort of curved off a bit to follow our boundary, essentially, our property line. And this is going through now to Cow Peninsula. We had the dairy just here, producing our dairy products, cheese and butter primarily. Of course, no bridge, so we're going to have to just levitate over there. Luckily, we do have that magical power. And this is where we had the cows. And it was actually a more recent addition, this. And then we had another bridge going across here to where the shed is, the manure pit, and then the other field. Oh, and as if by magic, we have time travelled back to the future. As I was saying, yes, here we go. The field, the shed, and the manure pit. So we can now cross the bridge, as it has returned. There's the cows, there's our forage mixer, and there's our dairy. Oh, and there is a deer. Back to the other side of the river. I will show you the next area. Hope this time travelling is safe. I'm doing a great deal of it. So just following our track back. Yep, there's the main yard over there. We've got this field here. So this was quite a big field. And it got its name Tree Island because of this clump of trees that's in the middle. But we cleared this fairly quickly. But most of our viewers wanted to stick with this name. So we did do. I did a vote on it. And, well, this is fast. And yeah, we sort of went with that. But this area over here was developed. We developed this area of trees to be the furniture production and also the oil mill. So this was a fairly early addition. And we also had the grain silo here as well. Yeah, we couldn't have done without the grain silo, but also timber time. Very handy having timber time and natural oils. And as you can see, the Tree Island really has gone, although because I've just loaded the server, it has maintained some of the weeds, which is interesting, but they will disappear. Yeah, much more open than it was before. We just had to have a big field, and this was our first proper big field. This is where it all really started. We had the yard, we had a very tiny field somewhere over there, I think, and then this big one. Although it actually started as just a strip, just a very, very small strip of field or crop where that track is. That's all we had. Until we started to go that way. So we put a track in, all the way round. But as you can see, we did once again have to clear a lot of trees. Although we did have a fairly decent grass area here, and I do remember cultivating this area which we had already several times. We put many different crops into here. But yeah, before we had the track, we didn't really know how far back we were going to go. So yeah, that's why we had to put the track in later. Also, the track couldn't be put in where it is today because we had to buy a plot further back as it encroached into this area. And actually, yeah, the original track, or the current track, would go this way somewhere through the trees because these were completely cleared to bring us to this area. Now we should have an olive grove to our right and a big field to our left. And all those trees have mostly gone as well. just a few remain. We didn't actually manage to get rid of all of them. We did want to keep some, just because they look good. But there's the olive grove. And for some reason some oats, I have no idea why. But we do have more olives here to harvest. And that is what happened to that field in the end. It grew. It took over quite a bit of the forest, even though I suppose it doesn't really look like it. But yeah, a lot of the forest was taken away. And that's why we put the olive grove in as well, because we had that extra space. So going up here, I'm going to run quite fast. We managed to put a field in here. I know they're all weed infested. I wish we could get rid of the weeds. Unfortunately, because they're not actually considered official fields, I can't just delete the weeds. But you can see that that is quite an expansive field as well. And in the end, we connected it to that field. Those were two separate fields at one stage. And actually, I don't think, even though they were connected, they never were one thing. We never had the same crop in both. But yeah, we were left with this field, which in the end ended up as a sugar beet field. And then we put a track through to the sugar mill, which, as you'll see, was not there when we started in January. So this is where the track now is. We had to clear these trees, and then we put the sugar mill in up here. And I think it was a really good idea. But this is as far as we went. We didn't have any more space. We didn't own any of that land over there. So yeah, the sugar mill went here, and then we managed to put the bakery in, a shed for storage, and also the grain mill. So I'll just get into the yard there so I don't suddenly teleport, I don't time travel into the middle of a building. Oh, that was close. Yeah, so here we go. The bakery. My cake. No, the cake will have to be surrendered. Grain mill there, and also looking back in this direction, we do have our sugar mill with our beautiful cut through in the trees. Going back down to this field here. Yeah, what a difference. It's amazing. Just taking a few trees out, putting a track in, bit of gravel. It's amazing what you can do. Of course, we had to spend quite a bit of money on the buildings as well, but yeah, we're going to recover those costs today. We're going to find out what we really did have. What did we really make? Because we started off with 1 plot of land, which we're not going to sell, because that's what we started off with. 0 in the bank. Absolutely nothing at all. And yeah, we did have 2 small tractors and 2 small trailers with a chainsaw. Wow, it's amazing. So in about 10, 11 months, about 10, we managed to produce all of this, all the development you can see from this. And it's only when you really compare before and after, or after and before, that you can truly appreciate the amount of time and effort that was put into it. It was actually 154 hours, I think, of both of us working, so, well, accumulated over 300 hours, that would be. So pretty amazing. Wow. Absolutely wow. So I really do hope you've enjoyed the series. It has been an experience, that's for sure. I think it's been one of my favourite as well. One of my favourite survival challenge series that we've done. But it certainly is not the last. We've got plenty more to come, and we'll be doing another one very soon on FS25, hopefully starting pretty early on after release. But there's one last thing we must do, and that is to sell everything except for the starting plot. So how much money did we really make? We covered some serious ground. That's how many plots we actually purchased. And that, well, ignore the ones over here, but all these are our productions and buildings, which we are now going to wave goodbye to. our figure. One plot left, plot 23. That's the one we started off with. So we made, in Survival Challenge, on the Korpi map, I hope I pronounced that correctly, in 100 episodes, £6,459,691, and we started with nothing in the bank. I think that is the biggest achievement that we've made in Farming Simulator's history. Certainly in my videos, that is the best we've done. Obviously with 2 of us, it's easier. But even if it had been half that, even if it had been like 3 million, 3.2 million on my own, that would have still been a massive achievement. I don't know how much we ended up with on O'Bailey, but of course with O'Bailey we did not start off with nothing at all. In fact, we started off with several machines and money in the bank. So that is kind of crazy. Wow. Never really crossed my mind before, but this really is a great map for doing this sort of thing, motocross and stuff. So yeah, I kept falling in the river. I just wasn't going fast enough, clearly, because if you get your speed up, you're over. Look at that. Oh, mind the trees though. Mind the trees. I'm going to try and jump over the river over here. Don't try and sit home. Okay, here we go. Actually, it's going to be a big drop, isn't it? Oh, whoa, nice. Can I jump back? Maybe I can. We've got plenty of space at least. This is where the sugar mill was, just over here. Let's jump. Let's jump. Ooh, close, but yeah, we did it. We did do it. Good fun. Okay, I know my channel isn't really about this sort of thing, but it is always nice to do something different, as well as the sort of semi-realistic farming. Oh, I can't see the trees. Oh no, no! Oh, vertical, nice. I did a vertical launch. The thing about me and bridges, I'm just attracted to them, clearly. I know, one more. Let's try and cross. We'll try and cross the river where it's flat and where there's no bridge. Is it possible? Can I get across? I'm gonna have to mind the trees on the other side, but here we go. Can't even see the river from here. Yes, I can. Brilliant. That is brilliant. So when I try and fall in the river, I don't, but I end up in the river all the time, accidentally. Whoa, nice. That is some serious acceleration. Oh, that's a bad landing. Ouch. We better leave it there. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hopefully you've enjoyed this episode. This final bonus comparison episode. I said it's not an episode, it's just a video. Okay. I will see you next time in Survival Challenge on FS25 when it is released. Bye for now.